Now I'm level 5 now, and what's great about this game is it's a little bit more forgiving. A lot of roguelites I played, even rather newer ones, are where if you die, even if you're on level 30, what'll happen is you have to start the entire game all over again. But this one's more forgiving in that you have a checkpoint every 5 levels. And also, since this is on Steam, and I think the console versions do this too, you actually have the option of saving at any time, which I would have loved to have back in my Sega Genesis days. My dad actually was the one to originally get this game because he bought it for himself, and what would happen was, because there's no save function, he would pretty much lock down our set. Oh, that's not good. Finish the story in a minute. Oh, so that potion was cursed, so now I can't see. So let's keep drinking more random potions and see if we can heal potion. There we go, blue potion. Can't carry anymore, so I'm gonna be tossing some things. I don't need short swords anymore. The spear is pretty weak, so I'm gonna dump you too. So you are a hand axe, yay. And I'm just gonna walk around and explore the room I was just in, so I know I was there. That right there is a sleeping monster, a robot. If I hit an alarm, it would wake up, come find me. But since I'm not bothering it right now, it's not gonna bother me. Until now, I'm gonna kill it for the experience. Or it's gonna kill me. Probably gonna kill me. That's not good. So right now would be a good point where I figure out what this yellow cane does. Not kind of useful. All the monsters can no longer use magic, but not really useful against monsters that can't use magic. And I put him to sleep. So round circle. Let's see if I have something. Let's use the green skull. Items have appeared from the darkest list. That lets me see items in rooms I haven't explored yet, which is kind of useful, but again, not useful in this situation. And appraisal scroll. That's great. Can't really use it on anything, but I have to use it because I just used it. That's kind of pointless. So, because I've already committed myself to that guy, I'm going to... Oh, he just woke up. Crap. I'm going to heal myself up, and I'm going to knock him out. Because Mama said knock you down. Now that he's out and I just leveled up, back to my story. What my dad would do he would lock down the Sega Genesis for days at a time until we could beat the game, and he would not let us use the Sega game. And I would always see him play this game, and I would want to play it, but because he hasn't beat the game yet, he wouldn't let us. I think my dad did a lot of things like that, and he actually is the one that got me into gaming, kind of, sort of. He never wanted me to play video games, because he's one of the parents that was like, back in the 90s, oh my god, video games, violence. But he got me into gaming. The first game I ever actually played was Sonic 2, and it came with my Sega Genesis. Back when we got it in 94. I don't know. We got it right when the PlayStation 1 came out. And we got a pretty good deal on it. And up until the Dreamcast, I was hardcore into Sega. But unfortunately, the Dreamcast failed horribly. That was a sad day. Kill these guys. And I think this is the second video game I've ever played. The first one being the Sonic that came for free with my Sega Genesis. Which is kind of crazy because personally I think this game held up well for being a 20-year-old game. You look at a lot of indie games and yeah, this had a big development team for the time. But a lot of indie games will try and replicate games like this right here because they can't really afford to do anything better. And it's kind of hit and a miss because you gotta, you know, balance the game between your budget. I don't even know what I'm talking about anymore, so I'm just gonna start right there. I think I'm trying to say you gotta balance your game between, like, do you want it to be hard and annoying, or do you want it to, you know, be fun? And I think a lot of indie games miss the whole fun part and go straight for the being different by hard annoying. Robot. Let's kill this robot. Which doesn't really make sense, because robots in Evil Dragon's castle, I think it would make sense from a D&D perspective. Or Dungeons and Dragons. Let's look at the food, let's risk it. 63 food, okay, I'm good to go. Talking about my dad though, I'm thinking back, and pretty much I've played this game for, let's see, 94, for about 16 years? Which is pretty long. I don't even play Sonic anymore. It's still a fun game, but I've beaten it so many times that I already know what to expect, already what to do. This game, everything's completely random. So I don't know what to expect when I'm going into a game. That's just a dead end. This way. This way. Let's go down. Let's go left and right. Random directions. Take out this ninja, which are also in Western style castles with dragons on top. There we go. It's probably gonna be another leather helmet. Yep. Get some money, and let's move on to the next level. Not the next level, next room. That's a dead end. I think this particular game I'm probably going to be doing in a complete setting. It's about 4 to 6 hours to play. Having problems with the snail. As opposed to my Amnesia, because the thing with Amnesia is, one, I can't really talk because I'm too freaking scared. And two, again, the scary part. Like, I have a hard time enjoying horror games alone just because I'm a coward. Like, just recently I saw the movie Sinister, and thinking back on it, not that great of a movie. It's okay. Don't want to do any spoilers, but jump scares actually got me. Which is why I'm always afraid to watch videos that don't give me descriptions or what they are, because when I first started experiencing the internet, there's nothing but jump scares on the internet, or at least what I experience of the internet. It's dead end. So I think I'm just about ready to move on to the next level, level 6. No, level 7. Let's go on. Another sleeping robot. So we're at what, 71 out of 93. Let's get to 80 health and then we'll take on the robot. And he's dead. So let's move on to the top. Oh, new enemy. It's a bat. Or killer fly. What is this, blizzard? Nah, JK. And a ninja. Can't carry any more armor. This is where I actually want to drop all this leather armor. Because even though I have enough to equip a small army. There we go, ring armor. It's actually upgraded, so good thing I did that instead of just passing it up. And I can't carry any more weapons, but I'm pretty sure that's going to be something I don't want. Or is it? You know, let's check it out, because I think weapons start getting better at this point. Completely random though. Which is all the more reason to equip it. Or figure out what it is. Longsword. I don't think that's better. Useful points as opposed to my 7 points. I'm going to stick with the hand axe for now. Can't carry any more weapons, so I'm going to very carefully throw this hand axe just in case this is another one. Another hand axe, okay. Let's take out this robot again. When I was doing some research on this game, I actually ran into a couple of Let's Plays calling this game not that great, and I don't get why. But, well, I kind of do. If you didn't grow up on games like this, you would think it's a pretty bad RPG. But back then, this was all we really had. There's a couple other games I've played that were slightly better, just as frustrating as this game though. The name eludes me, but it had to do with some guy, and he had a sword, and there was a point you can move gravestones. It really bothers me what the name is, but I don't want to look it up right now. It is on Steam though, so I'm probably going to be playing that further down the line. Kind of hoping the rest of the Sega games go on sale. The only thing I really bought was Fatal Labyrinth because I was like, I'm not really sure how it's gonna go over. Is it gonna be a buggy piece of crap? But it turned out to be really, really smooth and easy to use. Didn't have to deal with the hassle of using an emulator, so that was a plus. Yeah, I think this game is pretty good. Like I said earlier, it pretty much aged well. The graphics are okay, better than some indie games that are coming out today. And I still have a lot of fun about it. Great scroll. Let's throw another hand axe because it's probably gonna be another hand axe. And some ring armor just in case something happens, like I get horribly cursed again. Destroy the robot. And I think we're good to go. This room I've already explored because it was there before I even got to it, so yeah. Really? No shortcut or secret room there? So now I have to go all the way around, great. At least I have this wonderful music. Now this music's pretty good, but if you get stuck and keep dying, like I did at one point when I was doing some test records to see if this could handle fraps, this music will drive you insane, just because it's the same 5 seconds on loop. But I guess good thing about the earlier levels, the music's nice, relaxing. Okay, 1 crit and I'm dead, so I'm gonna see what else I have. Gray scroll. Confused and not that helpful. Blue cane. Blown away. Okay, that cane right there pretty much makes him disappear. So I don't get the experience, but it's a 1-shot, 1 kill. And let's move on to the next level. And I'm back. It might be a little bit of a weird cut, and what was just a few seconds for you guys was actually an entire night for me. Picked up a chain helmet, let's equip that. Because around level 7, like right as soon as I entered it, I got a text asking if I wanted to go to the pinball arcades, which you guys will actually see me reference a lot on Twitter if you follow me, and in my future Let's Plays, because I actually love going to pinballs. Pinballs is a retro arcade where you can take your machines there and they will repair it and sell it for you, but they will also set it up to where other people can actually come in and play it, and you get a small percentage of the profit from that machine. Every single time I go there, I end up wasting about $10 on redemption games, you know, the games where you win tickets and possibly prizes, and then the other $10 just wasting them failing badly at pinball machines, which you'd think by now I'd be good at them, but no, I'm not. I actually had to go back over my previous recording for last night, and I think I already uploaded it this morning. I'm not sure if it's done yet. A little bit distracted because this ninja's kicking my ass. There we go. And I just want to say, I recently bought a new microphone because Amazon's having a good deal on musical instruments and accessories. So I got a $100 microphone for about 40 bucks. My old microphone had this real big problem with picking up nasty white noise and background sounds, and this one's a little bit better. It's not as good quality I was hoping it would be, but it's still pretty good, and I don't have to edit as much stuff. I think you could probably steal my computer though. I gotta figure out a problem, or figure out how to deal with that problem, because my computer's actually cooled by about 6 or 7 fans. Oh, I can't care anymore. Let's throw my leather armor at you. Let's do it again, because that did a lot of damage and I had to get rid of a bunch. Stupid ninja. You don't belong here. I think throwing my armor actually did more damage than me hitting them. There we go. You know, while I was at the arcade, I actually sorry, I had to pause the recording for sneezing. Anyways, while I was at the arcade, I actually realized how much I actually enjoy older games than I do newer games. Like, I would sit there all day and spend quarters on the X-Men game with like 6 players, as opposed to sitting here and putting quarters in a game all day for, I don't know, Warhammer Space Marine. I would quit that really fast first time I die. Actually, it makes me happy that a lot of the newer indie games are kind of throwing back to this, even though they have to because of budget limitations. Like, I've always wanted to play games like Super Meat Boy and Binding of Isaac, but the thing is, there's a lot of people playing them right now, and I've been exposed to so much of those that, oh my god, I'm gonna have to run away. Oh, he could go down hallways. Stick him on. Hopefully he doesn't crit me too much. This is the entire game right here. Miss parry, miss parry, miss parry. There we go. Yeah, I've seen so much of Binding of Isaac and Super Meat Boy and games like that that it's kind of hard to pick up them just because they're so popular. Which I'm granted they're probably popular for a reason, but it's the whole overexposure of games. Like, you just can't get into them. A little bit like Amnesia. Well, not entirely like Amnesia, but at the same time, I guess it's like that because I've seen a lot of Amnesia videos. I never actually watched up until the end because I didn't want to ruin the whole game for me. Bring armor. And then when I actually sat down and played it, it was a totally different experience, and I was practically crapping my pants to the point where I was just mumbling and making sounds towards episode 6, which... what day is it? I actually am planning on... oh, I picked up more a new shield. Let's equip that. Planning on continuing my Amnesia playthrough since my new microphone did come in. I was originally planning on holding off until I got my pop filter, which is which I kind of need going over my previous recording of this last night, just because my puzz and my zzz actually come through kind of loud and hard. And I don't really... oh shoot, that's cheap. I don't know anyone who has pantyhose, so I can't really do that. Method, because I remember one of my friends who does YouTube more seriously than me actually does have a professional setup with a Blue Yeti instead of my microphone. I have a cheapie. Come on. Might have to run away because this guy does 20 hit point crits. Should be... oh, shoot. Yeah, run away time. That's not good. Okay. Yeah, but when his pop filter broke, he borrowed his girlfriend's pantyhose. Like I said, I don't really know anyone who has it. Has pantyhose. All my chick friends. Food. Don't wear that kind of stuff. I think I haven't explored this room up here, so I'm gonna go check it out. And it's a completely empty room that doesn't do anything at all. So let's move on to the next level.